Different franchises have moments that people always look back on as something special. Today we're going to be looking at the Arizona Cardinals and check out the best moments from their franchise. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get alerts when we upload. Without further ado, let's jump to number 10. Number 10. Kyler Murray draft. Yes, this moment is fairly recent, but Kyler Murray was drafted with the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 NFL draft. The 5'10" quarterback decided to turn down baseball and pursue his dreams in the NFL as a star quarterback. The Heisman Trophy winner was regarded as being too small to play quarterback in the NFL, but newly hired coach Cliff Kingsbury decided that Kyler Murray fits his offense more than quarterback Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen was then dealt to Miami for a second-round pick after just being the 10th overall pick a year ago. Kyler Murray has high expectations on his back as he looks to lead the Cardinals back to the Super Bowl. Number 9. University of Phoenix Stadium opens. With the 2006 opening of the University of Phoenix Stadium, the Cardinals finally had a place to call their own after decades of having a roommate. And it wasn't just any old place. The new stadium was a $500 million masterpiece that would draw the interest of people who throw Final Fours, college title games, and even Super Bowls. After decades of being an afterthought on both the local and league level, the new stadium legitimized the franchise and would soon play host to some of the franchise's most memorable moments. More than a decade after it opened, it remains one of the NFL's best venues. Number 8. Wild card. The outcome in the NFC wildcard playoff game was not decided until the second minute of overtime when Cardinals' Michael Adams sacked Rodgers and caused a fumble. Carlos Dansby scooped up the loose ball and barreled 17 yards for a score to give the Cardinals a 51-45 victory and send them to New Orleans to face the Saints in an NFC divisional round game in 2009. It was a wild end to the highest scoring game in NFL postseason history. Kurt Warner only had 2 incompletions after 3 quarters and finished 29 of 33 for 379 yards and 5 touchdowns. Cardinals' Neil Rackers had a chance to win the game in regulation when he lined up for a 34-yard field goal attempt with 14 seconds left, but his attempt sailed wide. When the Packers won the overtime coin toss, it seemed as if the game was essentially over. Packers receiver Donald Driver said, "It's over. We're going to win this game." Turns out that promise didn't fall through. Number 7. Aeneas Williams. A third-round draft pick by the Arizona Cardinals in 1991, Aeneas Williams was a bright spot on the defensive side during a decade of below-average teams in the desert. Williams started as a rookie and never looked back, becoming an elite NFL shutdown corner. He tied for the league lead in interceptions during his rookie campaign and would finish with 46 total interceptions before being traded to the St. Louis Rams in 2001. Williams was named to 6 Pro Bowls and was selected as an All-Pro 3 times. Number 6. Saving the Packers. With the Minnesota Vikings leading 17-12 and needing a win to secure a playoff spot, wide receiver Nate Poole caught a 28-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Josh McCown with no time remaining to win the game and eliminate the Vikings from playoff contention. Poole finished the game with 5 catches and 86 yards, both career highs. Because of the Cardinals' win, the Packers made the playoffs. The city of Green Bay gave Poole the key to the city and invited him to attend the Packers' playoff game at Lambeau against the Seattle Seahawks. Number 5. Chris Jackie's 52-yard field goal. The excitement in the desert following Chris Jackie's 52-yard field goal to end the 16-13 win over the San Diego Chargers in the final week of the season was undeniable. The victory pushed the Cards to 9-7 and into their first playoff appearance since moving to Arizona 10 years earlier. While football outsiders say the 98 Cardinals are the 3rd worst playoff team since they began calculating ratings, the party didn't end with Jackie's big kick. The Cardinals will go on to upset the Dallas Cowboys 20-7 in the wildcard round for the franchise's first playoff win since the 1947 title game. Number 4. The Fitzgerald fade. Yes, everyone remembers the Santonio Holmes catch at the sideline in the end zone to win the championship, but one of the more forgotten plays in Super Bowl history came exactly in that same game. On 3rd and goal with 7:41 left in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl, Kurt Warner throws a prayer deep into the end zone along the right sideline. What happens next is remarkable. Take a look.
And it's going to be a fade for Fitzgerald, who's going to go up and make the catch for the touchdown.
Number 3. Pat Tillman. Every Cardinals fan knows the heroic story of Pat Tillman. A local star from Arizona State University, Tillman was selected by the Cardinals in the 7th round of the 1998 NFL Draft. Tillman worked his way into the starting lineup and immediately became a favorite with Cardinals fans due to his all-out style of play. Tillman's best season came in 2000 when he finished with 155 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 9 pass deflections, and 1 interception, earning him All-Pro honors. 8 months after the attacks of 9/11, Tillman turned down a 3-year, $3.6 million contract with the Arizona Cardinals to enlist in the United States Army. On a deployment to Afghanistan with his Ranger unit on April 22, 2004, Pat Tillman paid the ultimate sacrifice in a firefight with insurgents. Number 40 was retired by the Arizona Cardinals, and Pat Tillman will always be remembered in everyone's heart. Number 2, the 2004 2004 NFL Draft. For most of their history, the Cardinals were always an irrelevant franchise, a team you could always count on to post 4 or 5 wins a season and nothing more. But that changed in 2004. The NFL Draft set the foundation for the team's first Super Bowl run and improved the Cardinals' reputation as a franchise. The Cardinals got off to a great start drafting wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald out of Pittsburgh with the 3rd overall pick. He's the greatest player in franchise history and a surefire Hall of Famer. They'd also draft 3 other 10-plus year players in Darnell Dockett, Carlos Dansby, and Antonio Smith. Though the Cardinals have had good and bad years since that draft, those 4 players were instrumental in changing the Cardinals from a league laughingstock into a team that could win. Number 1. The flea flicker. The touchdown that sent the Cardinals to their first Super Bowl was an 8-yard toss from Kurt Warner to Tim Hightower with about 3 minutes remaining in the 32-25 win over the Philadelphia Eagles. But to pick that as the best moment in the Cardinals game would be overlooking Larry Fitzgerald's dominant performance. The receiver caught 9 passes for 152 yards and 3 touchdowns en route to a record-setting 546 receiving yards for the entire playoff run. The biggest catch of the bunch was a second quarter touchdown grab off a Kurt Warner, JJ Arrington flea flicker that gave the Cards an early 14-3 lead. A couple hours later, the Cardinals, who went 9-7 during the regular season, will clinch the franchise's first trip to the Super Bowl in front of a delirious home crowd. Let us know in the comments down below which Cardinals moment was your personal favorite. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more sports content. As always, we'll see you guys next time.